And thank you everyone for tuning back into What Comes in Darkness, a Vampire the Dark Ages role-playing game. As always, I am your ever-fabulous GM, Natihi, and joined tonight we have our usual cast of players. We have Sim as Sir Umber, Ghost playing Viktor, Tet as Moses, and Demi playing Leander. So, many things have happened in the last week. Sir Umber has decidedly angered Clan Tremere into actually leaving the city. Unfortunately, their help will no longer be available in the coming weeks. They've decided it is too dangerous within Paris for them. So they have decided as a clan to vacate the city until they feel it is safer. Leander acquired some new members of his clan to join the fight against the oppressive pillar clans. The ones who would decidedly keep them down, shun them, make sure that they know their assigned place. And Viktor has instructed his gargoyle clanmates to skulk around the city, following certain individuals, claiming the lives of other kindred within the city, taking them back to the catacombs. Graviel, on the other hand, decided to meet with the demon at her bar at the request of Moses. Graviel's goal was to organize a meeting with Viktor. However, he decided to bet his soul on a simple die roll. He, unfortunately, lost. Now Graviel's soul belongs to the demon Mammon. It has been 5 days since we last left off, and in those 5 days, kindred within Paris have been disappearing off the streets left and right. The court has been becoming more and more concerned, and even have been contacting some kindred outside of the city to come in to figure out exactly what's going on. More and more casks have started to pile up within Viktor's catacombs. Though fortunately for him, the first 3, the births being accelerated by the taint of the demon, have finally broken out of their cask and decidedly come to, well, their version of life. At the same time, within the city, on the streets, there seems to be some sort of commotion starting. In certain nights within the cities, there's been rousing speeches going on. By a certain individual clad in armor. The folks of the city have claimed them as their savior, for he seems to be spouting this rhetoric of evil demons, winged creatures, flying within the city. And from the point of view of one of the onlookers, a poor peasant man, they watch this inspiring Frenchman declare that their city is no longer safe, that their city is slowly slipping from their grasp. Fortunately, these winged creatures, these demons that have come and intruded on Paris, are trying to take over, are trying to take everything that they all hold very dear. Now, some of the citizens of the city, of course, being poor, being out of, if they decided to rally, be out of work, they were all very busy, begging, working, that kind of thing. They don't fully pay attention to the man preaching in the center of the street, but many decide to take up arms against these so-called beasts that plague Paris. He decided to take up torches, take up pitchforks, and prowl around trying to find whatever it is that's trying to take over their city, take it from them. There are speeches going on kind of throughout the day. See him at different points in the city, making these rousing claims. The message of this crusader spreading throughout the city. Of course, not everyone latching on, but quite a few citizens grabbing hold of his words and taking up arms, looking, trying to stop whatever is coming, getting prepared. Again, it has been approximately 5 days since the last events happened, and our camera pans now into the catacombs of Viktor's hideout. Oh, hello boys. Inside Viktor, you find your cast starting to move, starting to break open, and emerging from them are what you would refer to as your children. And if you would like to take that away and kind of describe them.
So Viktor stands, arms folded, standing over the cask as they begin to jostle, shake from side to side. He begins to pace after it takes a bit longer. Feels as though something is about to happen, as the casks have not done something like this. And at last, one of the first casks opens up. A great being with wings fully formed erupts from within the cask, covered in some strange fluid. A second and a third cask follow in its wake. Each of these beings stepping out, similar but different in their ways. One smaller, quicker. Another large without wings. And yet another who seems to have no particular features that distinguish them from his brothers, but a look of cunning about him. On Viktor's face there is only a great smile, rows of jagged teeth. Look out among them.
I did not think this day would come, but so it has, and so it has.
He would walk up and look at the firstborn, the cunning one.
Do you understand me? Do you hear the words I speak?
It takes a moment. Its head twitching from side to side, slightly, brushing off some of the kind of leftover goo from inside the cask itself, brushing some of the wood off too. It looks to you, nods, kind of making a bit of a chittering sound, almost trying to gain a grasp on its vocal cords. Yes! Yes! What am I?
You are grotesquerie, and you are my child, my firstborn. You are Vivek, thus you shall be known, and you will march at the forefront of an army of your kindred.
He kind of strokes his head and
Yeah, it kind of leans into the stroke and walks on all fours and looking around the area, surveying it, looking at itself, looking over the others, looking at Leander, very confused to why it's here, scratching its head. The other two doing very similar things. You know, they have wings, they stretch them, stretching their arms, trying to clean themselves off, figuring out exactly what's going on, and looking to you, Viktor, looking for guidance.
I will teach you all that I know, and so will my good friend.
points over at him.
You will all know the way of the predator, hunters in the night, the place of things in this world, what beings are to you, how to kill, how to hunt, how to feed. We must name you. Two of you without names. You,
Goes over to the smaller one that's more agile and twitchy.
Arrakis, you'll be the eyes of the night. You'll fly fast and far, and see all. And you will tell it to me, and your brothers, and your kin.
Stroke the top of his head. Look over to the last without wings.
Oh,
Kind of go towards his bag.
I see that a bit of misfortune might have struck you, my last child.
But then sees that this particular specimen is much larger than his two brothers.
But it has been made up for in other ways. You will be a brutal enforcer, an officer. You will keep the peace in this town when it is yours. Stand tall. You will be Kolek. You will be strong. Perhaps one day stronger than me.
And the two that you've acknowledged nod to you, and the three of them kind of gather around you. Looks to be sniffing almost at you, acknowledging that kind of their creator. And Vivek stands up tall on his feet. So, what is the first thing we need to do, Creator?
Call me father, my son. That is the first thing we must do from now on. Now, what we must do is educate you on the ways of the night, the hunt, your place, what you should fear, what you should hate. And of course, I'm sure you will form your own ideas, but you must know things before you can. And that will be my goal, and the goal of those whom I trust. That is what you must do first. You must walk before you can run. You must run before you can fly. Leander, my friend,
Yes?
I will require your assistance in educating my children. I will send for one of the gargoyles as well. As much help as we can have in this endeavor. After all, these three shall be the cornerstone of our plan. It starts now.
Of course, I will teach them what I know. You can teach them how to hunt, but I can teach them how to talk. And if these are to be the leaders of your new army, then they must be educated as such.
Agreed.
To read, to write, to plan, to organize.
Yes. They must know it all. After all, what is the next generation if not to exceed the previous one?
Those are my thoughts exactly, my friend.
And as the two of you are discussing, you hear the familiar feet padding across the ground. A familiar gait in your experience. And from around the corner, you see the demon, the smile on her face, looking to the two of you. She looks at the just born gargoyles with a large smile on her face.
Ah, I see your children have finally come about. I'm so happy for you, Victor.
Yes. And now comes the training. The foundations for the next step. Learning.
Well, before you take them out to start learning, I have a little bit of a surprise for you. One of your friends decided to pay me a visit in the last few days. I would have come sooner, but there's a little bit of work that we were doing. And I wanted to, give you a little gift here, Victor.
And she turns her head and she whistles of like a come here whistle, just, and you hear this patting of feet against the ground. It sounds like paws slapping the ground. And from around the corner, you see what looks to be kind of this dejected creature, morphed and mutated, teeth kind of jutting up from the bottom. Its eyes have like a fire in them, but the expression on its face is extremely pained as it looks to you. It looks to recognize you, Victor and Leander. It goes over to the demon's feet, laying down. She leans down, giving it a pat on the head.
This here was your friend, Graviel.
And Victor just continues to laugh.
A fitting place for a former dog of the court. Well, much more palatable to look at now.
Indeed. He decided it would be a good idea to play a little game with me. though I am very honest in what I say, he unfortunately lost, and now I own him. And I will happily put his body on loan to you to do with its...
Yes, I'll be busy teaching my children. I could use the good guard dog. Come, Graviel.
Kind of snap his fingers.
And Graviel gets up from the feet of the demon, pads over to you, sitting at your feet, looking up. It's still got that sad expression on its face.
Very well. What does this beast eat? Flesh, blood?
Both. It is very similar in the sense that he feasts on human vitae. Just he's, well, in the form of an animal. And as thus he shall stay until I decide further.
Fitting place for a fool. Well, we shall see if you make a better dog than a kindred. You will guard this place with your life. And if you so ever disrupt any of these chambers, I will beat you like any poor owner would a disloyal dog. Is that understood, little pup? But
Okay.
if you are loyal, and you do well, you may partake in our feeding and in our empire. I am not without some mercy.
Kind of look at the dog expectantly.
It nods its head in understanding. It's very human in a way, kind of eerie and unsettling, probably at least to Leander. And it seems to be waiting for further instruction.
It looks around and
Protect the casks, guard dog.
He
And we will make sure you are fed in return.
barks in acknowledgement and pads over to the cast, sitting down, looking alert, watching out for them. And as he does that, the demon walks over past Viktor, going to Leander. She pulls from her pocket a crushed bird, and in the claws of the bird looks to be a note. Handing the bird and the note to Leander.
I found this outside. I think it's for you.
And I'll take it from her and I'll unravel it so I can read it.
The note is from Bijou, your clanmate and compatriot. She asked to meet with you as she has some important information she found out during this past week at the usual place.
It seems that one of my accomplices wishes to share some information with me.
Very well. Maybe of use. I will take them out in the meantime, since we now have a proper guard dog for this place. Will you be requiring any assistance?
I do not know. This is a very vague letter. She did not specify what she wanted to discuss. And am I familiar with her handwriting, or does it seem up to par? Is this the first missive I've received?
You probably received stuff from her before. It's definitely her handwriting.
I suppose Though it would be better to tread on the safe side. I can go alone if necessary.
I will try to find one of the others in the city, one of my kind, repurpose them from their tasks. We'll send them to you. I'm sure they can locate you.
Yes, brother. And I'll share with him the address if I haven't done so far. This is just a normal meeting place.
Yep.
Yes, well, this is where we plan to meet. If something were to happen, just know I fought my best, yes?
I'm sure it'll be fine. I've heard there is honor among your people for each other. I expect there shouldn't be any issues, but I will try to find one to watch over and only intervene if needed. Otherwise, I will leave you to your business.
Yes, I do not expect much trouble, but it is very appreciated, my friend.
Of course. Come. Now, children, it is time to begin some parts of your education. Most important is that the night is your friend and the day is your enemy. But come, we will learn as we as we travel. Looking at Kolek. We will not fly for now.
And the three of them nod extremely eagerly and surround you, very excited. They're not quite like children, almost behaving like obedient animals in a way. Very excited to be near you, next to you, and to be following your orders.
Yes, Father. We look forward to seeing this place, learning how to be grotesque like you.
Ah, the joy that brings to my ears. Come and watch your step.
Begin to lead them out, avoiding the traps, showing them where the traps are.
They'll follow right behind you. And Leander, that leaves just you. Are you going to be headed out? This is
Yeah,
basically
is the meeting supposed to be today or tonight?
Yep.
Yeah, I'll grab my usual equipment and head out.
The demon stays behind, watching Graviel as you exit the catacombs. And the scene shifts to Leander heading to the meeting place. And Leander, as you get there, as your usual meeting place, you see Bijou standing there, leaning on a wall, arms crossed, looks to be waiting. Once she sees you, she gives you an enthusiastic wave, motioning you over.
Whoa.
Leander.
Yes, Bijou, what is it that you wish to talk about?
Yes, I have found out some very, very important information. Just regarding your people, I think it is.
My people?
Yes.
And at that point... 1 second. Just ask one thing. Leander, I want you to make me a quick... let's see. Just a perception plus alertness check. -1 die.
Did it roll? Oh, there you go. It's delay.
Okay, so you just walk over to Bijou. Seems to be normal. She seems to be about to speak when out of the shadows, some of the tight corridors in this alleyway, out steps a man clad in Crusader armor, along with a few others. Let's see here. And at this point, unfortunately, since you did not notice, man clad in armor, if you want to attack, you can go right ahead.
Me? I'm not attacking. If I see a bunch of people coming out, I'm trying to get out of there.
Oh, unfortunately, you did not spot them ahead of time. They're going to get a bit of a jump on you. I just... Sure, he's dead. It's okay. One sec. In the meantime, as these individuals kind of step out of the shadows, Leander, you are caught off guard. Bijou looks to be smiling very widely, looking over to the man clad in armor. She looks back to you, Leander, with a sorry expression. Gives you a bit of a shrug.
Sorry, Leander. No hard feeling.
Oh my goodness. Leander, what is your fortitude?
2?
Alright, so the man in armor there comes over to you. Fortunately, you're again caught off guard. And he strikes down at you, causing you a point of lethal damage. There we go. I don't know why it's not continuing to play, I'm sorry. The others around... Oh. No use, Slarty. They're also going to attack, so... They come towards you, Leander. And... they all attempt to attack you as well. Shoot, where is that? Oh my god.
Whoa.
So you take another 3 lethal damage as this one here strikes you with a sword. The other one kind of winds up for a punch, attempting to put you down. And... oh. Unfortunately, due to your fortitude, it does not get through. She kind of punches you. You feel it but it does no damage.
Yeah, how unfortunate, eh?
This one here. Looking, I don't know how familiar to you, but oh. He is also going to attack. And does not get through your fortitude. Bijou looks to kind of sidestep and goes down an alleyway. Due to the quickness of the man clad in armor, he raises his sword again to strike you. And as he strikes at you, you again feel it, but it does not cut into your flesh. At this point, it is time for initiative. So Leander, you can finally act being surprised by this group that just comes out of nowhere. Alright. I meant... Comes back. Do you know, so just click your token and roll for initiative there. Demi.
Do I have a wound penalty, or...?
Yes. I think every...
He's at 4 wounds, right?
Should be, yes.
So that's a -4 or something?
Oh god.
I'll just reroll it.
4, 5, yeah. Well, I can just put it down. Oh. I think that works.
Same roll anyway.
Pretty much.
Hey.
The others... I think actually... They're just basically going to go at the same time as the man clad in armor, which I will... I can't actually. Thank you. One sec, I just gotta change something real quick. My apologies. Should have set this up before. I have no idea how to add this guy to the order. He's gonna go at the same time as you.
You can right click and add to turn on the token.
Okay.
Should be an add to turn.
Mm-hmm.
Are you looking at the man in the armor? Is that what
Yeah.
you're having a problem with? If you select on it and does it say is drawing? If it is, select that.
Drawing?
Is it a reversible token?
Yeah.
Yeah, there should be a is drawing on there on one of the options that you can
No. There's like to front to back.
Yeah, I don't know without being able to select it to see it, but there should be something like that. You can just add somebody else, and then they can go.
Yeah, fuck it.
Oh, okay, whatever.
There you go. This guy. And there's a 7. Sure, so they're all going on 7. Luckily your backup's going to be coming in. Leander, though, actually, I think his... What's your dex, Leander?
4.
Oh, D10 plus 7. Sorry. 10. Alright, never mind. So, they're going first. Or at least he is. I'm just gonna have the others go after you. But the Crusader does go first. He's going to strike at you. Oh my god. You're gonna take another... Oh my goodness. 3 damage there. Leander.
Okay.
And now it's your turn. You've been severely injured. You are heavily wounded, and you are surrounded. But you can
So is there
hear...
a way to, like, run or anything? I'm surrounded.
I would say... It's like, it'd be hard to break out of this kind of circle that they're making around you. And I would say if you can, try and make a dexterity and athletics check to try and break out of here. Just tell me how you were exactly kind of getting out of this circle around you.
I just got stabbed and punched a lot, yeah?
Yeah. And you're gonna take that negative as well.
Negative what?
What's your wound count at now?
Should be at least 7, I think.
You can go to
7.
9. I'm not mistaken. Health levels. I love that it's not telling me what health levels.
What page is combat? This doesn't have
Yeah, I know.
bookmarks, so it's...
Yeah. I hate that it doesn't have bookmarks, so I have to search for everything.
I have a copy paste I can throw in.
Combat's on 343. Health is on 350. I don't even think you have much health. But it's so hard to fucking tell.
Might be dead already, depending on what it is.
Honestly, yeah, I'm trying to figure out how much health you have. Whose health levels? Every health level. Got that copy paste in there. Oh, thank you. I'm sorry, guys. I thought it was more straightforward than this. Hmm. Maybe I want to pause it for a sec, just so I can figure this out.
Sure, I'll pause.
Thanks.
Trying to figure out his exact health.
Yeah, because I'm trying to figure out exactly how many health levels he has in the first place. Because I know with Fortitude it subtracts. Yeah, it subtracts like health levels, or how much damage from the total. That's why Fortitude's amazing. Yard melee, Dex plus melee. Combat turn was attack move. Okay, stage 2 resolution. Base damage is strength plus weapon plus maneuver. Okay. So I guess to... Okay, shit. So to attack, it's Dex plus melee, or Dex plus brawl, Dex plus archery, that kind of thing. And then there's resolution, which is the base damage dice pool, which is strength plus weapon plus...
Weapon strike is strength plus melee.
Yeah.
So if you're doing something fancy, it's dex, but if you're just attacking with a weapon, it's strength plus melee.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Applying, it looks like to me each wound level that you
Damage.
take is one of the boxes. So for instance, if you took, so the first wound is bruised, second wound is hurt, third is injured, next is wounded, next is mauled, next is crippled, next is incapacitated.
All right.
So if he had 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 incapacitated.
in cap.
He also didn't roll soak for any of that damage, which he may have needed to do. Could have prevented some damage from being
Oh
done.
yeah. I thought it was just straight.
No, for lethal, only on aggravated. If he has
Oh.
fortitude, he can roll stam fortitude to resist lethal.
All right. Yeah. If
Difficulty
you want to.
6. But you can change the base difficulty based on him being ambushed or what have you.
Yeah. It's just gonna be.
Just have him
The
roll it
AK.
3 times and subtract it from
Yeah.
the successes.
Yep.
Which was a lot more than that.
So it'd be whatever his stamina
Mhm.
plus fortitude, and he rolls that
So,
3 times.
Yeah. Okay. So you subtracted 3 each time. So add
two
so-
each time.
Okay, so
13.
add 6, so it'd be 13, and then have him roll it 3 times and subtract it from the 13. We'll see what it is.
Yeah. Right. 3.
10.
It's 8.
Then roll another d10.
8. There you go. Okay. So that's 7.
7.
All right. Same thing. Wait. Yeah. All right. So, Leander, you unfortunately don't get to run away as the final strike comes down from the Crusader. You fall to the ground, and kind of your last view as you're falling is the Crusader winding the sword back, bringing the sword close to your neck. And that's all that you remember as that part of the scene fades to black. And Viktor, what are you doing right now?
Likely taking my my children on a hunt. Something simple. Just easy prey, perhaps a bit further isolated from the city. Training wheels, essentially.
So, let's see here. Alright. So as you are outside the city with your children, you're in the midst of... Yeah. You might want to at this point. Unfortunately, Leander does turn to ash, and he does pass away. I'm so sorry. So sorry. That was like not, yeah, that could have gone a lot smoother. I apologize. I will get you a character right now, Demi. And even I'm sorry. One sec. There you go. You got a new character for you right there. And the scene opens here with Viktor training his new progeny, and Viktor, if you kind of want to Tell us what's going on, what they're doing, what they're hunting, killing, that kind of thing.
I'd imagine I would take them to sort of a smaller farmstead out of the way. Perhaps a small family that I'd been stalking previous but never really got around to because of all the things that have been happening. And then over the course of it, just walking them through the dangers of sunlight, fire, things like that, making them aware of things they may not know. And then walking them through the hunt of attempting to take down this family. Importance of the shadows, speed, quick, brutal.
As you are training them, you hear the beating of wings on the horizon, and as you look up, you see Tharon flying in. He looks to be in a hurry, in a panic. He touches the ground, stumbling slightly. He falls. He kneels to you, Viktor. I'm sorry. I have witnessed a great disturbance, Viktor.
Hold one moment.
Yeah.
Children, go onto your hunt. Quickly.
Kind of direct them to the farmhouse.
And they chitter happily before scurrying off. The two with wings flying into the farmhouse itself. You hear the scream coming out of there as they start to tear their victims apart. Tharon comes over.
Now, what is this news, Pharaoh?
I have been witness the destruction of Leander. He was ambushed while meeting with his contact. I could not get there in time. All I saw was people standing. They seemed to be on guard. I could only see from far away, but I flew here as quickly as possible.
Destruction.
Yes, he is a pile of ash now on the ground.
Victor just looks a bit confused for a moment, and then just starts looking around for the nearest thing that he can break or smash, and sees a sort of smaller tree and just smashes the tree, knocks it over.
Who?
He kind of picks up Farron, not angry but forcefully.
Who? Where? The faces you saw.
I did not see many faces, Viktor. There was a man clad in armor. Crusader. Similar to the one these rumors have been flying around with. The one inspiring the people.
Did you see this woman Leander was supposed to meet with?
I did not. She was not there.
Seek the demoness for guidance. See where you can find Morani lands. I want to know. Put your ears to the earth. Listen for this whore's name. My vengeance will be swift and terrible. Her first, the orchestrator, the minstrel, the liar, and then we will find this man clad in armor, this crusader, this whore son of God. I will decorate my hall with his helm and drink from his skull for eternity. Thank you for this news, though it pains me. Now go! Go now!
Of course. I will inform her right away. And he'll take flight, flying back to the catacombs.
One step forward, 2 steps back. I will stand on the ashes of this city before this year's done.
I'm kind of waiting for my children to finish their destruction of this little farmstead.
Yeah, you hear banging around, screams stop before kind of the side of the barn is splintered, and one of the children kind of fly out. Another one tackles them to the ground. They seem to be fighting over it looks like a torso.
Fly through and I'll break it up and take the torso. Look at the 2 of them.
Sorry, Father. Do we do good?
Which one of you claimed the kill for the one who used to have this?
And I gotta figure out I'm just gonna Vivek points to himself.
I look at him and try to get a gauge of if he's appears to be being truthful or not.
Kolek is the one who tackled him to the ground. He seems to get up, roll his eyes, walks back into the building. The other one, Arrakis, is feasting, it looks like, on the woman. He taps the other one on the shoulder. And he gets up. 2 of them walking back outside.
Yes, Vivek. They killed the man thing.
You keep what you kill. You're brothers, not bickerers. Remember that. Share in the glory.
Throw the torso to Vivek.
Be quick about it. Our night must be cut short.
Maybe ask Father.
I'm sorry, you cut out.
Maybe ask why, Father.
Tragedy. I will not speak of it for now. There's a vengeance to be had.
Of course.
And Vivek kind of puts part of the torso into his mouth while they follow you. Ready to leave. Just kind of eats on the way. And the scene pans to Moses' home. He looks to be in his usual place. Seems to be, I think, alone at the moment. Ted, if you want to go ahead.
Moses is seated in his favorite chair, leaning back, looking into the ceiling. Smile on his face, his hands drumming against the arms of his chair. Very good, very good. Where is my butler?
And let's see. Gabriel comes out from one of the corners. He looks to be standing at attention. He looks to be a lot more confident. Got a smile on his face. Hair is slicked back. He's got basically the equivalent of a suit on. Yes, master.
You have done well. Do you wish a taste of your master tonight?
He nods. Yes, master. And he rushes over, kneeling down beside you, bowing his head.
Moses takes his wrist to his mouth, bites into it, enough that drops of blood drip down onto the lips of Gabriel. Good, good. You perform better this way, with confidence. Perhaps
He'll
one day I will turn you.
happily drink the blood as it falls slowly into his mouth, looking hungry, greedy as he drinks it. Thank you, Master. That would be the greatest honor you could give me.
Perhaps one day soon, when you will have bored of opening my door. But for now, you will suit me better as a butler and a go-between. Thank you. You are doing well.
He wipes his mouth, standing to his feet, giving you a very deep bow. He stands back to attention. Is there anything else you wish of me, Master?
Bring our friend up. I wish to speak to him.
Sorry, can you repeat that?
Yeah, he just said, yes, bring our guest up. I wish to speak to her.
He nods, going to the basement, and from the basement, it takes about a minute. He comes back up, and in tow behind him looks to be Bijou. And once she sees you, she runs over to you, Moses, with a very excited look on her face. Ah, Moses! Oh, I thought you were going to keep me down there forever!
Oh, of course not. I only wished for your safety.
You're so caring, thank you.
Yes, I am very caring of my friends and my subjects. And you have done well, very well.
Oh, thank you. I try my best for you.
She's got this dumb, kind of very starry-eyed look on her face, looking at you, Moses.
And I have just finished feeding my ghoul, so if you wish to partake, he extends his wrist to her.
Yeah, she'll sit on the edge of the chair, being very precarious, mostly balancing her weight on her legs, but she'll come up beside you, take your arm in her hands, and she'll bite into your arm very gently.
He lets her drink for a few moments, and then pulls his arm away. That is enough. We cannot have everything at once, else there will be nothing to look forward to in the future, huh?
When she withdraws, she looks sad to be having without your arm in her mouth, but she again perks up smiling.
Of course. Whatever you want me to do, Moses, I'll do it for you.
But yes, there is something I wish you to do. Go forth into the streets. Walk around Paris, see the sights, look at the Eiffel Tower. I don't know if it's there yet or not, but it isn't, sorry.
No.
What's the Eiffel
What
Tower?
is this rare relic that you speak of?
Do you want me to build the Eiffel Tower for you, Moses?
Yes. See the cathedrals. Is Notre Dame there yet?
Yes.
There we go. See Notre Dame. See all the wonders of the streets of Paris this night. Bask in the starlight above.
Of course. Of course I'll do that, Moses. When do you want me to come back?
Oh dear. Tomorrow night is fine.
Oh. I like being here.
Do not let me tell you again
Oh,
that you should
okay.
go and look at the stars. Do it now, child.
Okay. She kind of gets up from the side of the chair, looking a bit saddened that you're sending her away, but she pads over, she hustles for the door. Gabriel hurries over with quick speeds, opening the door for her, bowing as she
Oh.
exits.
Did you see how he opened the door? Wonderful. He is becoming a fine butler. Perhaps you can become a maid one day.
I'd love to be a maid. That would be great. As she's talking, Gabriel closes the door in her face. He stands back to attention, turning to you.
That woman is maddening. If I were alive, I would do horrible things to her. But perhaps I already have, eh?
Yes, master.
Yes, it was called a rhetorical question.
I apologize. He'll again bow to you, Moses. Alright, Matt.
Well, I believe I will relax for the rest of the night until... Relax. Yes, relax. And he sits there, eventually stands up and walks into another room, and there's a clattering of noise. Someone can switch from him now.
And Viktor, I just confirm you've kind of sent out your men and women to find her, correct? Bijou, I mean. Ghost?
Sorry, people were bugging
That's
me.
okay.
What were you saying?
You sent out your gargoyle compatriots to find her, right?
Yes, everyone is being recalled from whatever tasks they were doing to find this person. Whoever this is. Name, look,
Mhm.
any information we can, all of them. Save
Are
my-
you out searching as well?
What I would have gotten back if I know who I'm looking for. If I have an idea.
You get kind of the description from you'll get the description of her. Yeah. Okay.
Absolutely.
Are you, and sorry, these are very important questions at this point. Are you going as teams or are you going individually to find her?
There would be 6 of us if I went, so yes, I would probably take Uvanon with me. And then,
Rest into teams?
yes.
Are you leaving the children at home?
With the dog, yes.
Alright. Emerus, who is the other Ravnos, you do find. She is happy to assist in kind of the... one sec. I want to confirm something. In the meantime, so yes, Emerus goes with Sakadoth, as he also cannot fly. The demon knows, but she, of course, will stay with the children, with the dog. You'll go with Uvanon. Faron will go with Nako. And Kagar will most likely go with Faron and Emerus. So we've got, let's see, 1, 2... I'm just trying to figure out how many groups there are. 1... Kagar, Nako, Faron, second. So there's 3 groups. Okay. I just want to make sure. Alright. So you're going to be group 1. Sakadoth, Amaris, and Nako are going to be group 2, and Kagar and Farron are going to be group 3. D3, we're going to figure out who finds her. Alright, so we're going back into the streets here. Where is it here? There's my streets. Gotta fortunately remove some of these guys. So, as you are taken to the skies, searching for this woman, Bijou, you see her again walking around, looking up, looking at kind of everything that's been going on. And you see her on the ground there. She doesn't seem to be paying attention to you, just what's going on with the building. Seems to be having a very nice casual stroll. What do you do at this point?
And I'm with Uvanon. So we're probably perched over somewhere, looking down. And look at Uvanon and...
That's our quarry. She's mine. Look about for... We know this one's tricky. Look about for a man in armor. If he is not here, we'll corner her in the darkness. And we will extract a toll from her in equal measure to what has been lost.
And Uvanon will nod. Are we going to interrogate her as well? See why
Yes.
she did it?
Of course, yes.
kind of looks, tapping his claws impatiently on the shilling or whatever they are, the
Mhm.
tops of the roofs.
Are you trying to be stealthy about looking?
Oh yes,
Okay.
always.
I want you to roll me dex plus stealth check.
Okay.
I don't know why I did that. Oh wait, yeah,
Does
no.
this count as prowling?
Sure.
Okay. So it would be 9 again, because this would be a specialty. I think that's how specialties work anyway.
Mm-hmm.
And it's 9 dice.
Hey. That's pretty good. I'm just gonna roll. So let me just roll a few others. So you are kind of skulking up there. She is going to see if she notices you. Though she is very distracted by sights. There's gonna be a few other rolls here. Okay. Oh my god.
You stop that.
There you go. One sec. So what is your plan at this point? Are you going to... She's continuing to walk. She goes down a dark corridor. Still
I'd
exploring.
have Uvanon signal me if she saw any man clad in armor. And if not, then try to take her whenever she's in an area of darkness, get her off to the side.
She's going to attempt to look out to see if she can... Oh my goodness. Alright. Damn, she spots a lot. Holy shit.
She's looking up at the sky, right?
Yeah. 4 successes. Uvanon's got eyes for days. She's looking around, keeping eyes on the ground. There's people walking around. It's busy in the streets tonight. Not extremely, but seems to try and pinpoint out the man in the helm. Did you get my...
Yep.
Oh.
I need
Oh, you need a token. My apologies. I think you both do.
Oh, I'm there.
Oh, yeah. Sorry. Do here, Sir Umber.
Hello, everybody.
Mm. Okay. Oh, goodness.
One sec. Sorry.
It's okay. Okay. Wow, that sucks.
I don't think those ones on those don't subtract.
Doesn't
right?
no.
Yeah, yeah.
Doesn't
No.
subtract those 3.
When you
Um,
explode.
So Uvanon points out at first, down on the ground, looks to be a dark-haired individual. As you can strain your eyes, Viktor, you see Sir Umber following this woman. After a few moments, she turns again her head to look, again pointing down another area, and looks to be the Crusader. There.
How close are they to her?
They are about a block away.
So not close enough. So I'm gonna make motion for... Oh yeah, I would tell Uvanon, since he's right there, I guess.
Mhm.
We grab the girl and leave. In the air they cannot follow.
She, again, kind of keeps eyes out, holding a finger up. Oh my god. She's a beast. She starts pointing out a few more individuals lurking around. There's another one that's half a block away from her, and another that's even closer. It looks to be like they are waiting.
There's still nothing we can do if we take her and fly away. We go quick. We grab her and flee. And then we will have our time. They cannot follow in the air, no matter how quick they are. We are only kindred with wings.
Of course. On your count. And as you're kind of planning, they seem to be converging on her, getting closer.
Now, fast and hard. If we cannot get her in this pull, then we leave. One chance.
Alright, at this point, I'm gonna roll initiative to see exactly how fast you can get there. You're still quite a few buildings away. It'll take you about, I'd say, a turn to fly in and get her.
Can you pull the Crusader token over? I think the game's up. That's not me. So.
Oh.
And maybe
Good
give me
key.
access to it. I don't think I do.
Alright. One sec. Do. You don't. Can you click
Yeah,
it?
if it's drawing, then I'm not going to be able to click it, which is fine. Doesn't matter. I can do it from my sheet. It's okay.
Okay. Sorry.
That's fine.
Alright, so I'm just gonna get these layered. Boop. Alright, so if everyone wants to roll me. Okay. Well, you're Mr. Man, this coordination is something else. I think it's silly that you can't. I don't know why you can't click your token. Yeah, that's fine.
I'm guessing I know why, but I can't.
Okay. All right. So let me bring up. There it is. I'm just gonna do kind of two group roll. So they're all going on 4. Oh, I don't know, I have 2 boys. There's a few. Oh, there's 2 of you too. Hi. Okay. Oh, where'd he go? There he is. Hey. Sorry. Just trying to coordinate all of this is very difficult. Thanks. So... There we go. Oh, yes. And Viktor, as you're kind of starting your descent to, like, towards Bijou, you hear this uproar around you. They're slow. We'll mark it as...
Oh man, it's asking something over
Yeah.
here, isn't it?
Huh?
What is it
I cannot hear a word you're saying.
What's what? Sorry?
here? Celerity? It's asking me my celerity number.
Oh,
Do you have
celerity.
celerity?
That's
If you have celerity, then it's you add it to your initiative. Otherwise, you don't put anything.
Gotcha. Alright, thank you.
We're just going to use Anatoly as this one here. So as you are, Viktor, as you're flying in to kind of ramp up and grab this woman, you hear this shouting, this anger, and it sounds like the people who were before just kind of milling about, walking about, doing their nightly business, they seem to have been waiting for you. It looks like eyes go to Uvanon. Unfortunately, she was not quite stealthy enough, and they seem to be prepared for you coming down. I don't know why I closed that. And sorry, yours was...
Mine was 12.
Oh, thank you. Alright. So the first one to act, I'm just gonna make it her. She's you. First one to act is you, man in helm. You see Uvanon for sure, and most likely, because he's flying in, Viktor coming in towards Bijou. You're about half a block away at this point.
Can the Armored Crusader move and then delay waiting for Viktor?
Yeah. You're definitely fast enough. Viktor, do you have celerity?
Nope.
Alright, you're definitely fast enough. By the time he's gonna get there next turn, you will be beside Bijou.
Yeah, the Crusader moves with uncanny speed, far faster than any human could move. Stands in front of Bijou with a long sword. Yeah, natural. Yeah, and hoist his sword, preparing for Viktor to come in.
And Viktor... Actually, no, it's Umber, it's your turn. You see the Armored Crusader run up quickly next to you, as you are very close to Bijou, basically touching her at this point.
Alright. Moses, did you get my message?
Oh,
Okay. I thought it was Moses.
Oh,
Yeah,
no,
that's
it's
fine,
to
that's
Bijou.
fine.
Alright,
Oh,
I'll
okay.
try to dominate Bijou.
Not Bijou, the other. Bijou is our person.
Well, the
The gargoyle.
yeah. It's
What are
possible.
you using? Are you using mesmerism?
Oh, I don't know what are my options. Got to find it on my sheet.
Alright, I am also... Let's see, Dominate is 217. So you're basically yelling at her to give her a command right now. What are you saying
To the demon one.
to Uvanon? I'm guessing that's the one that you're yelling at, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Um.
And it's manipulation, leadership.
Gotcha. I am gonna be telling her to, of course, attack the Viktor.
You wouldn't be able, just
Or
with
no.
mesmerism 2, you wouldn't be able to tell her to attack. That's kind of a controlling thing. It's more like, you know, fly into the ground kind of thing.
Okay. I mean, flying into the ground to kind of make her. Yeah, I guess fly into like Viktor. Or,
Oh, okay. Fly into Viktor?
yeah.
Alright, so roll me that manipulation leadership. Yeah, so Viktor, as the two of you are flying in, Uvanon suddenly veers as you hear the shouts of Umber yelling at her to fly into you. She turns quickly and attempts to kind of tackle you. Roll me a dex and I think dodge. I would do either alertness or athletics to try and get out of the way of this.
Oh, they're both the same, so
Alright.
I guess alertness.
Mm-hmm.
What?
Roll again?
No, really.
Oh,
I
it
don't know
only
why I rolled that second one, but that was weird.
weird.
Oh,
Okay, so you got
that
one
means-
six.
Yeah,
Mm. Maybe it was like too many dice to fit in one thing. I don't know.
I don't know.
3, 4, 5, 6.
Is 8 the right number? Or is it 9?
I don't know why it's 2 rolls. Oh, it said like 8's the right number, right?
I believe so.
Okay, so then it was just the first one.
Yeah.
She's gonna attempt to tackle you, and unfortunately, she does crash into you, and the two of you kind of go tumbling to the ground. You're still slightly far away from Bijou, and you've got Uvanon tumbled on top of you on the ground, and she's trying to get up. And it's your turn, Viktor.
Looking over.
It's too many. Flee. We'll try again another time.
Grab moving on to lift off, and we're just leaving.
Mm-hmm.
So, since I'm delaying
Mm-hmm.
before he takes off, can I approach him and attack? Using celerity if I have to.
I would say, because he's trying to take off, well, yeah.
If not, that's fine. I'm just curious.
Here, choose high or low, and I'll see if
High.
you can... Okay.
The faith
I'm
of your
rolling
life.
good tonight. Oh, there you go. Yeah, you're able to kind of charge at Viktor and strike at him before he leaves.
So as he's rushing, he switches his hand, puts his sword in his left hand, and pulls out a very familiar object into his right, and it's a stake, which I told you that I was carrying around.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to try to stake him. End it now.
Alright.
So this has a very specific role, I think. So it's not my best roll, but we'll give it a shot. I want to make sure I do this right, obviously.
Mhm.
It says stake is Dex plus melee with a 3 difficulty. So, or a plus 3 difficulty. So I'm not exactly sure what that means as the additional difficulty. Does that mean he gets 3 extra dice to 3 automatic successes to dodge or something like that? Or
I'd say it gets
Chris, do
3
you
extra
know?
dice. Just like, not automatic success, but he gets 3 extra dice to dodge out of the way.
So it
Let's
says, if
see.
you look at combat maneuvers, it says
Mhm.
difficulty, any modifier to the action's difficulty, which is not really helpful.
Oh, I know. This book
Well, I
is
think it's
awful.
it wouldn't be the difficulty of success. Like how you quantify success, because isn't normally a 6 or a 7 what you have to roll to do most things?
I've just put it at 8 at this point.
I mean, so that would be 11. That wouldn't make any
Yeah,
sense.
that's
right?
that's why I'm just saying he gets extra 3 dice to kind of succeed in this. Does that make sense?
Sure.
It's up to you.
Yeah.
So he would be rolling a dodge or a block or something with
Mhm.
plus 3 dice. Is that what I'm looking at?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's because he has that extra advantage.
Well, I'm going to
If
use
you
a
wanna roll
willpower for
Auto.
an auto success.
Yay. Alright.
Dex plus melee. Alright. Let me see what that would be. 8 dice.
Alright. And Viktor, if you...
Oh, bad roll.
That's... Yeah,
2
Viktor.
successes.
Yeah. Roll your dodge, Dex plus dodge. Or, sorry, phew. Athletics.
+3 dice.
+3. You have a lot of dice to play with them, though. Yeah, you definitely, if you want to describe how you dodge out of the way of the Crusader coming after you.
I see this man clad in heavy plate, and I grab Uvanon by the arm, and as I see the wood stake coming out my eyes go wide, but I quickly fly straight up in the air. And as I'm flying away, I'll look back down.
I'll have your head. Make sure you keep it on for me to collect, scum.
Yes, the two of you fly away. You do see some pitchforks from some of the people down there. They're looking up at you in anger. They fly, but unfortunately with their little mortal arms, don't get a lot of distance. Some of them look to you with terror, finally seeing exactly what they've been told these past few days. That it's true. There are flying demons. Go ahead.
And as Viktor gets far enough away where he cannot hear, hopefully, the armored knight says, "You see what I have been saying? Evil, horrors, demons." And is the other gargoyle still there?
No, she's also flown off.
Okay.
With her.
Rouse your kindred, your brothers, your sisters, your fathers, your sons, your daughters. Bring them to me to fight against this evil horde. Bring them to me.
Sorry, go ahead.
That's it. You want me to roll leadership or anything?
Yeah, give me presence plus leadership.
Or leadership plus manipulation.
Sure, yeah. Just for the fact that they saw what was going on, I was gonna say you get a bonus. If you want to roll me 3 more dice.
Oh, 3 more dice?
Yeah, because they saw what's going on, so... Oh my god, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 successes. They're cheering for you, Viktor. They're cheering for the Crusader. Each of them hurrying off, pitchforks and torches in hands, running off to the 4 corners of Paris, communicating to their friends, their family, whoever they know, what's been going on, what they've seen, that evil that's been plaguing their city is true. They all run off, leaving you and their compatriots. Bijou just looks stunned, looks around. I was just having a nice walk. What's going on?
You have done well.
Oh. She hurries over to you. Thank you.
The Crusader holds out a hand. Sir Umber, please take this one away from my side.
Wait, Sheriff. I'll go up and encourage her to come with him.
She'll be very resistant, but she'll kind of follow you and be very upset. She's not next to the Crusader anymore. Just getting pulled away. And yeah. So you are now left in the streets with your other people. Crusader.
Crusader. We must find these gargoyles. We must root them out wherever they are. Stay and hide. We must not wait. We must not sleep. Come, let us scour the city. If there is 1 and 2, there are more. Let us find them and put them to the sword.
They all cheer for you. Swords in hands, fists in the air. ready to fight on your behalf. And the scene pans back to a very familiar catacomb. The demon waiting and sitting beside Graviel the dog, giving him some pats on the head, while the new children of Viktor walk around, very bored, sniffing around the area, picking up some of the broken caskets that they were birthed from, examining it. They seem to be talking with each other, not exactly sure what they're saying. Demon pays them no mind. As you walk in, Viktor, with Uvanon at your side.
Viktor would walk in a huff and just looking at one of the bone pillars in this room, just immediately smash it with a bat can and send bones flying all over the catacomb room. And go and take a seat on his skull of thrones, begin brooding, running his hands and through his head.
The demon gets up from her seat beside Graviel, walking over to you, Viktor, and sitting down at your feet, looking up at you. Concerned look, but still a smile on her face.
What happened, Viktor?
An ambush. Disaster.
What do you mean?
The harlot that caused the death of Leander. The Crusader was there. I thought more than enough space between them to grab her and bring her back. Yet he covered the distance with such speed, quickness. And now all the city streets yell, curse me, curse the winged ones.
It might be time then, Viktor. They are building the masses. Might be time to finally have your plan come to fruition, no? Should you not take over now? Destroy everything. Burn everything. Burn everyone within the city. They will only build and build and build their armies.
We are but few, but I fear we will always be outnumbered no matter how many more come from these casks. Scratches his head. Perhaps it is a doom that we are going to see, but if we are to be doomed, then I will burn Paris along with all of us. They will remember all of us.
How exactly would you like to go about this, then?
And at this time, the others, Sekadoth, Knockpole, Kagar, Theron, and Amaris, the other Ravnos, who looks very, very nervous and uncomfortable being in here with all of you. They arrive, kind of looking a bit pissed off. We didn't find her.
There will be time to find the harlot when chaos erupts.
What was it? Ravnos? Eravos is her name?
Aramis.
Aramis?
Aramis.
She'll step forward a bit, wringing her hands, looking around. She looks very disheveled, very old clothes, very shabby, hanging from her.
Beaties. Leander told me of his trust for you. Of the other, he was unlucky. I hope that he did not misplace his trust in you. I have a very important task for you.
Yes. What exactly is it, Viktor?
I want your Ravnos, those that you trust, those that are silent, quick, and deadly with a blade. I want you to go to the Night Watch. Any who patrol the streets. I want you to guard over the wells and well springs. Anyone who so much as seeks a bucket of water, I want you to slit their throats and throw them into the well.
I, I, we can't do that. I'm sorry. We can't harm innocent human.
Can you knock them out then? Is that enough? Let them live, but deny them their purpose? That they might not use the wells?
Sure. Yes. We'll knock them out. I don't know very many who will follow, but I can try.
Those that are too against this kind of work, have them follow the movements of the mobs in the city that are sure to erupt, that we might be aware of their trap. Can you do that?
Yes. She shakes her head a bit as she wrings her hands. You're severely underestimating the amount of loyalty of the Ravnos to you, Viktor. Leander did not.
Let me give you proper motivation then. Any mob that gets directed into us, we will kill, and that will be hundreds of innocents upon your head, and their blood on your hands for failing to keep them away from me and mine. Is that proper motivation for the loyalty of your Ravnos?
Yes, we'll direct them away. Of course. Viktor, she'll back up towards the exit.
Go!
Kind of a yelp before running out, avoiding the traps as she goes.
As for the rest of us, it is a very general and simple order that I give. We will cause chaos. We will stoke flames and light fires. I know all of us have that innate fear. But carry lantern, torch, anything you can bear, and you will bring it to every structure in this city with speed. We will start a great raging fire. If you pass any of the wells in town, you will destroy them. You will capsize men on themselves. You will kill night watchmen. You will pick your targets carefully. You will not fight large groups, and we will let the fires do our work. While we sit in the safety of our catacombs or prowl the skies looking for easy pickings.
They all nod in unison, aware of your orders. The group of them start to file out, hurrying. Everyone but Sekadoth, flapping their wings as they quickly propel themselves out of the catacombs into the night, ready to bring the hellfire down. Sekadoth disappears very quickly before your eyes, where you hear the padding of feet against the floor, running out the area. Uvanon gives you one last nod before turning heel and heading out. Your children look to you expectantly.
You You all have very special tasks with me. You're going to pay an old friend of mine a visit.
They nod, chittering happily.
Yes, Father. Whatever you say.
The
As
demon... Go ahead. Yes.
What can I help with, Viktor?
Do whatever you think is best. You have a mind that I will admit reaches far beyond mine. Start fires. Dazzle. Kill people. Whatever you wish. I expect none of us will survive this night. But we will cause as much chaos and destroy as much of this place as I possibly can for all the misery it has given me. I will tear it down brick by brick, stone by stone. If I survive this visit, I go to the church next. I will defile it, ravage it.
Of course. I will do what I do best. Do not worry, Viktor. If you do not survive, I will.
I have no doubt of that.
Looks back at the casks.
What a shame. If I had but a few more months. Shakes his head. Take the dog with you. He has no purpose here. They do not know this place as of yet. And if they find it, it is not as if we could all stop them anyway.
She nods, motioning to Graviel.
At your lead. Let us burn Paris to the ground.
Very good. Now, children, come with your father for a stroll. We're going to see an old friend of mine. Very good at torture.
Again, they chitter happily. One of them clapping their hands in excitement. They're very childlike at this point. But they're eager, very willing. And as the 6 of you depart out of the catacomb, the camera pans back to a very familiar home. While this is all happening in the city streets, flames are kind of licking the corners of houses. Places are being burned. People are having their throats slit. There are a few who are successful in taking down 1 or 2 of the winged beasts. There's just too many of the human. Even some of the kindred that have blended in with the masses that are going around. They seem to be fairly strategic in their attack pattern. There might be a few out. Uvanon landing to take a few of them out. Unfortunately, her sight not being quite quick enough to... soldiers? Her sight not quick enough to kind of catch what's been going on. She gets mobbed by a group, them taking her out eventually. She does take out quite a number before getting killed. A few others, Viktor, of your kind of army, are indeed taken out by these people, these humans. It seems to be absolute chaos going on right now in the streets of Paris as it slowly starts to burn in different places. The fire's slowly creeping in. And the one place that's fortunately not touched by the flames, is our favorite sheriff and resident, Moses. And Moses, if you want to describe what you're doing at the moment.
Moses is in his mansion with Sir Umber. The girl has been confined to his dungeon, as usual. He looks over to Sir Umber and says, "Did you hear? The city is on fire, burning. Viktor has made his play, it appears."
Yeah. And with any luck, the flames shall soon get to Victor as well.
Or perhaps I do not care so much.
And the demon still being at large kind of worries me.
Yes, certainly. At this point, this city might not be worth staying in. Perhaps we should go east, back to my homeland, Sanamba. Hungary needs a new bloody impaler.
Hungry, say. It could
This has
be
been fun, but yeah.
it could be quite the adventure.
I could always use one such as you by my side.
Yes. Well, I think it'll be quite a journey, and I should be happy to undertake it.
It is unfortunate that Viktor has sold himself to this lust of power and revenge. Unwise for him.
Yeah, the Tremere are dirty, but still I'd like to attack everybody. That's insane.
He is insane, and that is why I like him. But he has given his soul to a demon, as you say, this Mammon. And he is not truly a free will. I am a man of free will. There is none that tell me what to do. There is none that guide my path. This prince, this seneschal, they may think they control this sheriff Moses, but not truly. That is why I'm ready to walk away from this place. Let the palace burn. I cannot.
With that, as you're talking about Paris burning, you hear a crash in your office. Windows shattering, feet clattering, and wings upon the floor, in the room itself.
Oh. He stands and grabs his sword, still in the sheath. He just stands in the hallway. "Oh, Victor, have you come? You could have come to the front door. I could show you my new butler. He opens the door perfectly."
Sir Umber would draw a sword as well.
And Victor, you're in the office. You can hear through the closed doors Moses taunting you. Your children are quickly behind you. Of course, Kolek kind of tumbled in, tossed to the ground by Vivek. He gets up, brushes himself off.
Kind of grab Vivek by the shoulder. I have one final command for you, my son.
Yes, father.
You will fly You will leave this place. You will seek the demon, and you will live.
Are you sure?
Our people deserve their freedom. They deserve to be considered among the pillars. Even if they cannot see it, they need one who can. You will learn that from the demon. She will educate you. She will teach you. Let her be as a mother, as I cannot live long enough to be a father. And you will one day lead a revolution, much like I wish to do. That is what I ask of you, my son. One last command I give you. Do you understand what I say?
He'll nod very solemnly, looking to brothers. They each give each other a nod before Vivek looks back to you.
I will always remember our short time together, Father.
As will I. It was nice to have a family. And you will have one again of your own blood. Survive, son. Do nothing foolish. Be smarter than I was. Now go. And if we live, we will find you. And we will make up for that time.
Vivek nods before turning to the broken glass window and flying out.
Golak, Arakas, do not think I love you any less than your brother. I simply know what must be done. Now come, let us consign ourselves to oblivion. Let us kill as many kindred as we can in this place, and bathe in their blood. Let it mix with our own. We will show them what predators of the night should be. We will tear the fancy clothes from their bodies, and let the blood leak from their veins.
They chitter happily in agreement, their claws coming out, very excited to follow in your footsteps and to tear those in the next room apart.
Kick the door off its hinges as I come through into the hallway.
There'll be no need for a butler to open this fucking door anymore, Moses.
That is unfortunate. I like my butler.
Which one is your butler?
So you can try to kill him?
I'm going to try to kill all of you anyway. What difference does it make?
I thought we could speak first. Talk. Do you really want to come here and assault your good friend, Moses?
What have you to say? I'll give you some time.
I simply wonder why you are starting this pandemonium in the streets. Why you have come to my house, interrupted my evening.
You know well why. You are the sheriff of this town, are you not? How is it that things would escape your notice?
Oh, nothing escapes my notice. I sent Gabriel to speak to you and he disappeared.
He's the demon's pet now.
That is too bad for him. But here you are. Now we may speak, old friend.
Speak.
Flex its claws.
Is it your intent to come here and fight a mortal battle with me? Moses, your friend? I believe I told you I would help you remove the city of the Tremere. The Tremere are gone. See for yourself, they are not in the city.
Yes, I'm aware. Leander had reported that to me before he was ashed.
Yes, I did not say anything about Leander. I simply told you that I would remove the Tremere from the city and they are gone. That makes your work here in Paris very easy, does it not?
My tastes have evolved, Moses. The Tremere, we'll find them one day. Kill them all. That's still a plan. I want Paris. Our people have been pissed on for too long. The Grotesqueries are not dogs, and they will cease to continue to be. We deserve the same respect as any Pillar clan. More even. We are the perfect predators of the night. You all in your fancy clothes.
He looks over at the other kindred in the room.
Your foppish behaviors. You are not kindred. You are not hunters. You are monsters pretending to be men, and it's pathetic.
I do not think that I am foppish. Anything but. Am I some dancy handy lad in the courts? No, I came by this position because I am ruthless. You are ruthless, are you not?
Yes, and yet I don't have a butler, or a fancy chair, or a fancy office.
You don't have a butler? What was Leander to you? He went and did your bidding, did he not? What is a butler other than that? They are those at the top of the pyramid, Viktor, and they tell others what to do. That is what a butler is. They are under my boot. They are under your boot. I do not know why we need to fight.
Leander was my brother, and he was killed in your city, under your nose. Do you deny it?
Oh no, I am the sheriff of the city and he was killed. But I do deny that he was killed just in my city, or just under my nose. Well, it was actually under my nose because I am the one who killed him, Viktor. I am a Templar. I told you this long ago.
I think the time for talk is done.
Oh, very well, very well. I suppose if you wish to know the mettle of this foppish court dandy. He holds his sword up and this is not my desire. Oh well. Another thing on my blade, from Huns to Christians, will be the first gargoyle I've killed, I suppose. What are these things? Your children? They look like runts.
And yet I feel like the odds are against you. With enough talk.
And green energy will start to grow in Victor's hand.
Yeah, Moses draws his sword. I hope I do not destroy the rest of this building. He looks at his chair longingly and stands up.
So, they were talking. I am gonna actually attempt to dominate Viktor.
Alright, what are you saying?
I am gonna command him to lay down and go to sleep.
You can do one.
Alright,
And
go Go to
He'll
sleep.
probably...
He'll lay down if he goes to sleep. So.
So go to sleep with some it all out.
He'll definitely wake up the next turn. It's not like a stay down or anything.
That's fine.
For one
Unless
whole turn,
you-
right? So
Yeah, for one whole
just be
turn.
like stab.
Yeah, roll that manip. And also everyone else roll for initiative. Manip and say leadership, yeah.
Whoa.
Oh my goodness.
Dang.
Is there anything to resist that?
I don't think there is. I've read it.
It
and
would,
I
it would
can't-
say in the discipline, right?
Yeah, I've read the discipline and it literally says nothing to resist, which I think is stupid and fun. It's literally just happens. It's like, oh, okay.
Even
I'll
versus
double check it
kindred?
real. Yeah, that's what
I could see a human, right? But
Yeah.
Well, for vampires, I can't target lower than my generation. As far as,
Hold up, what is your generation then? Sir Umber? You're 9?
I'm old.
Victor, you're... Okay, so you can.
what generation are you?
Victor's 10th, Sir Umber's 9th,
Oh.
so he can dominate him. Let me just see.
I didn't want it to come to this.
Heavy. Dominates amongst fierce weapons. Thicker blood. Okay, so you can't dominate your card. Oh, get that easy. That'd be a -1. No, there's literally no defense against this. This tells you to
Fair
lay
enough.
down, and you do, at least for
Alright,
this
I
turn.
go to sleep. You tell me to sleep, so...
Oh, at least for a turn. But you can get up afterwards, especially if you're attacked. Oh, your boy is not fast. What? I'm sorry, huh?
He probably doesn't have a name. His name.
Oh no, I didn't name him. Oh shoot.
Little Vic.
Gargoyle with no name.
The butler. There you go. No, I didn't link her either. Marianne, where are you? There you are, Marianne. Alright. Oh, your butler's super fast. Saw that door open.
Go quick.
So Victor, you find yourself very sleepy at this point. And as you lay down on the ground for this turn, as the combat starts, and these guys also... I don't think I find him a name either. I'm gonna figure out who's two again. In one moment. Because there is...
Arrakis is the
Arrakis.
middle one, and then collects the one at the bottom.
Thank you.
So the question is there any rules for someone being prone?
Defenseless.
Mm-hmm.
I'm asleep, so I'm completely defenseless.
Mm-hmm. So let's roll their initiatives. They do not have celerity.
Skimming the PDF, I don't see anything really about it.
It would be there. I just can't. I can't actively defend. I mean,
Mhm.
how would I? I'm asleep.
Yeah, right.
It's just a damage roll.
Yeah.
You may even be able to coup de grace if that's a rule, because I literally can't move.
No soak either, right?
Yeah.
I would get soaked.
Yeah, he gets soaked, but
I still have my stamina and fortitude, but I mean, I literally can't dodge. So
yeah. Defense. Assist action. Well, soak, stamina. Alright. So, first up is well, second up is Gabriel as goes to sleep. He looks to Moses, giving a nod before.
Just points at one of the smaller gargoyles.
Mm-hmm.
Destroy these abominations.
He runs over to Kolek, raises his sword that he has in hand. And he attacks. So let me just see. Go back up to Dex Bra. Takes the melee. Only one success. Strength weapon. Whatever. Alright. Then I guess I roll. Damn it.
Stam fortitude.
Ah, yeah.
They dodge first, right? They can dodge.
Yeah. Don't have.
They can dodge.
Wait, what is
block.
actually? What is there? What? I don't know. You did this here.
Yeah, I've been looking it over.
Okay, good.
Where is it? It's just-
Dodge, block, or parry, right?
Mm-hmm. Probably going to block.
with their hand.
Yeah, dodge it out of the way then. Dex and athletics, I'm guessing. Sure, there's definitely an open flame. That's how you light the room up. So he's got 6. So ignore that first roll. Yeah, so this boy attempts to get out of the way. Yeah. So Gabriel runs over, sword in hand, attempting to swipe at Kolek. Fortunately for him, he quickly dodges out of the way, kind of giving him a look over, basically looking at Gabriel like he's nothing. But he does retaliate against him, swiping at him with his claw. Pull up this sheet here. Oh my goodness. There's so much potent. What? I guess it's Dex and Brawl then. 3. Oh my god. 8. Okay, so he swipes at Gabriel for 8. Huh. Oh, should I've added potence in there? Oop.
That'd be 4 more.
Okay, yeah. So there's, he's a big, beefy boy. Oh. 3 successes. So Gabriel's going to attempt to get out of the way. Unfortunately, he does not.
So he rolls his damage rating, whatever that is.
Oof, it's claws.
It is for claws. Where's that at? Let's see. Damage is strength +1. I guess potence as well.
Yeah,
Yeah, I think that covers it.
strength. Oof, he's a beef boy. God, I feel like your butler might die here, because he does not have a lot of health. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh
Kill
my
butler.
god!
He gets to roll a soak. Well, you roll that, right?
Yeah, you roll,
Yeah,
you
yeah,
roll
yeah.
the damage.
Yeah, so it's
And every success.
2.
So it's just 2 successes, really.
Mm-hmm.
And then, so he rolls his soak. Stamina plus fortitude plus armor.
Yeah, he doesn't have any of that.
So it takes
he
2.
At this point, because he is but a very squishy human, he's still alive, but bleeding severely. He looks to be on his last legs.
I think needs a few more dice on mine. Not trying to pump it up, but Dex, Brawl, and Potence, right? Or is that...
That's
does
to
Potence not count for
attack.
damage?
Potence
No,
counts for... I rolled that.
Well, if you look at Potence how it reads, it says any strength-based roll. So,
Oh, so
I'm
it's a Dex-based roll. Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
for damage, it's not, though.
It's not, yeah, so, I mean, that'd be 4 more.
Mm-hmm. Oh,
Now,
boy.
the attack, he shouldn't be doing Potence.
No.
Yeah, that's why it's...
Yeah, it's for the attack. It's so because the attack's not strength based with claws. It's what it is for claws is what I'm seeing here is Dex, Brawl, accuracy +1 because claws, and then the damage is strength +1 lethal. So it would be his strength, which is 4. Then 5 from the +1, then 4 from the plus. So you're right. No, it's 9. You're correct.
Yep. Yeah, so he's looks to be on his last legs at this point. Closing. And next is Arrakis. And Arrakis looks up at Sir Umber. It was right for him. Mouth open. Attempting to bite you. Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, he got not a lot. Alright. And I'll try. So this will be a strength. Let's see. Dice pool bite. So many fucking dice.
Bite is
All right.
Dex roll.
Thank you. 4. Oh my god, it's still 8. Alright, you're gonna want to dodge this, Sir Umber. Oh, maybe. Dex plus athletics to try and get out of the way. Attack strength plus potency is melee. Oh my god.
Oh, Matrix. You
Oh my
Matrixed him.
god! Please describe to me how you completely dodge out of the way of this tiny, this gargoyle. Oh my god.
Seeing how the gargoyle zeroed in on him, he's already knew that the gargoyle nature would be the charge in for an immediate attack without thinking of any other maneuvers. He just kindly steps away and would try to reposition himself on the other side.
Here?
No, on the other, like right about there. As he
Okay.
kind of breezes past him.
Right in front of Viktor. Okay. So Marion is next. She's also a fellow Bruja like you, Moses. She'll rush over, assisting Gabriel. Attempting to kick the shit out of Kolek here. So she's got drink plus boot. Really?
That's more than just a
Let me
good
just check
roll.
her sheet. That was amazing. I gotta go from sheet to sheet here.
There'll be no more like it.
6. Oh my goodness. Yeah, she's also fairly beefy. Not supposed to be attacked, but you know what I mean. And he's gonna attempt to dodge out of the way. He's got sick. So Ty goes to defender. So Kolek, as Mariette, one of your bodyguards there, charges over. She attempts to punch him. I'm trying to get him in the shoulder there. Kolek again sidesteps. He's chuckling to himself. Weak. Moses.
Oh, I almost hate to do this to you.
No, go for it. I know what's coming.
Moses is straddling Viktor before you know it with his celerities. And he looks down. If I could cry, I might. This is not what I wanted, Beastman, as I told you. And with the gargoyle face down, he just goes to drive his blade through his shoulder blades. And that's what he's going to try to do. So my attack is so attacks with weapons or strength and melee. So my potence gets added to that, so that's 16 dice.
Oh god. And Viktor, unfortunately, you're laying, snoozing.
Oh my god. But he can't dodge, so
That's true.
I hit.
So, but he
So I
can
hit.
slow. Yeah.
So here's the damage roll, though. The damage roll, I'm going to use a willpower to get one success on. And actually, I'm going to use my potence and spend blood on that. I think that will... How many I spend, I think, turns into a success. So... How much blood do I have? I'm going to spend most of it. It says 8, but...
You can't spend all 8 in a turn, I think, because you're only, what gen are you?
Oh, I'm
have
8,
one
so I can
too.
do 3. I can do 3.
Yeah.
Then.
So it's 3.
So I'm going to do that. So that'll give me 4 auto, or 1 hit on additional, and then I'm going to roll this, and 4 of them are going to be auto hits. That's how I read it to work. So tell me if I'm wrong. But
I think you're good.
okay. So I roll 13 dice on this one. All right. Okay, so 4. So I have 1 success from willpower. 4 of my misses are auto, or 3 of my misses are auto successes. So that's 4, 5, 6, and then 7, and then I'm re-rolling 1. Okay, so 7. Does everybody agree?
And then roll the soak.
Can one spend willpower while they're asleep?
I would say no.
That's fun.
Or
Oh.
Yep.
incapacitated. So Moses, describe how you cut through your once friend as he lays around defending.
Moses stands atop his wings, turns his blade downward, and begins to speak. I told you, Beastman, I am no fop. I am more the beast than you are, even what your outer shell shows. This is a mercy, I think. Takes a deep breath as he would if he actually needed it, and expels the air and just forcefully drives his sword through the hard skin, through the back, through the shoulder blades, out through the chest, and then as it's all the way through, as he's done 1,000 times before to men and other beasts, turns the blade viciously as it pierces the vampire's heart.
At this point, Viktor would be slowly, at this point, disintegrating. And as your blade pierces hard, you give that extra twist to kind of finish the job. And you see Viktor's visage slowly fall in, turning an ashy color, or his face collapses on itself, wings falling into ash. His children turn around, hearing the ripping of flesh, sword entering the chest of Viktor. They screech loudly. And at this point, do you want to continue the battle, or do you want to summarize? Alright. So they screech, and they charge at you in anger, Moses. And if you want to describe how you dispatch the children of Viktor, as they are just in...
The creatures are, extraordinary beasts, but Moses is just too skilled. He sidesteps, he swipes, he spins, he stabs. This is completely his element, and without any real challenge and the numbers with him, sons of Viktor follow their father.
Is the one, I guess it would be the one on top. I don't remember its name. Before we go in, I would command it to sleep.
Yeah. As it charges at Moses, it's not a 2-on-1. It, again, falls to the ground while the other gets dispatched easily by Moses.
Yeah, Moses will leave one alive if it's asleep, looking to Sir Umber.
Sir Umber, do you know what we should do?
What is that?
Remove its wings and make it walk home so we could follow it.
And destroy this demon once and for all.
Yes, otherwise it may plague us later on.
He looks down the ash of his former friend. And, yes. Do your best. Let us find this demon whore, Momo.
Yes. Yeah, with that, Summer would gleefully remove the gargoyle's wings and place it outdoors. So that way when he wakes up, he'll just want to go home and we can follow.
As you're removing the wings, as he's not
Yeah.
he's not going to stay asleep. He, of course, as soon as you start cutting into the wings, he wakes up and turns to you and attempts to bite at you, Sir Umber. But if you'd like, you can either dispatch him. As you know, even if you cut off a kindred's wings, you can still spend blood to grow them back. So there's no reason there's no way that he'd walk home.
Dominated, you fool. Tell her to walk home.
With that, Sir Umber will dominate again. and tell it to walk home. If that's I don't know if I would be able to do that because it's a lot of.
Yeah, sure. It's very upset about its dad dying. So,
Cry home, little baby. Tell the others what happened.
it gets up, turns
Let's walk.
around. Even though he is gravely injured, still bleeding, Gabriel quickly hurries over to the door, opening it as as Arrakis flies out into the night very quickly. Unfortunately, are unable to follow. He flies away. And I'm assuming you try and look for the demon.
Yeah, I don
Trail,
the
maybe.
helm of the Templar and walk into the Paris night
Mm.
with my legions of followers, hopefully, and my vampires looking for any gargoyle I can find to torture them enough or dominate them enough to tell us where to go.
Alright. So... as you go off into the night, though Paris is burning and on fire, the help that you managed to call in ahead of time, the churches that you've contacted, they were able to assist with the effort. The other gargoyles, most of them were unfortunately destroyed. A couple of them got away. Mostly Kagar and Nako. It is unknown exactly where the demon went, but no matter how much you searched around Paris, there's no sign of her. No matter how much you interrogated, no one knew exactly where she went. There is no sign of Vivek either. Seemed to have heeded his father's words, taking off with the demon Mamon into the night, most likely into another city, maybe off to England, maybe even off to, I don't know, Italy or anything like that. She was trying to spread her seed around, attempting to corrupt more, as she now had her only small group of followers left. Wasn't very concerning to her, as she's still here, she's still alive. She can always start anew. Paris eventually recovers, people eventually calming down. The church assisting in getting people back on their feet. And even though many things were torn asunder in the past few weeks, everything eventually goes back to normal. And the camera pans and fades out. And that's the end of Vampire Dark Ages, the episodic / campaign.
Ugh,
It's finally over.
Brutal. Brutal.
Killing your friend.
It just was anticlimactic.